Happy National Signing Day, college football fans, as bowl season and the transfer portal have garnered a lot of attention. Well, guess what? Today is when a lot of high school seniors sign their letters of intent. So we will see who ends up with that top recruiting class. Coming up in a second, we will have the top 25 recruiting classes heading into signing day today. But have no fear, a lot of things will change, and we'll keep you updated throughout the day. So subscribe. We're going to have you covered here at Chat Sports. We'll take a look at some individual classes throughout the day as well. Alabama, Ohio State, some of the bigger name brand programs out there. So hit that sub button. We are your home for signing day here on YouTube. Happy National Signing Day, everybody. I am Harrison Graham, and welcome in to College Football Now by Chat Sports. On today's show, we break down the top 25 recruiting classes as they sit. Full disclosure, we filmed this on Tuesday night, putting it out this morning on Wednesday. So if a couple of the slots, especially closer to 25, have changed a spot or two, that's very possible. But this is a pretty good rough estimate of where things sit, as things could get chaotic here on National Signing Day. So here we go, top 25 classes as we entered the day here. North Carolina, 19 commits. Right now, 6 of those are 4-stars, as they have the 25th ranked class right now. How about the Auburn Tigers? Hugh Freeze trying to put his fingerprints on that program as he gets a second chance at a major program. 17 commits as we sit right now, 7 4-stars and 10 3-stars. With the 23rd ranked class, you got Dave Aranda and the Baylor Bears with 22 commits. As of now, 3 4-stars, 19 3-stars. We'll see if Baylor can add any more recruits today. How about Texas Tech staying in the Big 12? Joey McGuire doing some good things on the recruiting trail. 26 commits, 4 4-stars, 22 3-stars. And by the way, these class rankings, the 24/7 Sports composite, which combines 24/7 Sports, Rivals, and ESPN. Texas Tech with the 22nd ranked class. The Utah Utes, they just plug away. 21st ranked class for Kyle Whittingham. 20 commits right now, 5 4-stars, 15 3-stars, as they're with a fringe top 20 class at this point in time. Arkansas with the 20th ranked class, 20 commits for Sam Pittman and the Razorbacks, 8 4-stars, 12 3-stars, as they look to bring in another good crop of players. The Michigan Wolverines just sitting at the 19th ranked class, and I mentioned this last week when we updated our top 25 classes at the time, is what happens sometimes is when you have a really good class, the next year it may not be as good. And remember, this time last year, Jim Harbaugh, there were rumors of him jumping to the NFL, so maybe that's impacted their class a bit. Still a top 20 class, but they've been very active in the transfer portal as well, so the Wolverines should be just fine. Now, who you got in the college football playoff semifinal game at the Fiesta Bowl between TCU and Michigan? Type T for TCU, type M for Michigan. Should be a fun matchup on New Year's Eve, the first of 2 matchups. Get your predictions in down in the comments section. With the 18th ranked class, it is the Florida State Seminoles. They've got just 15 commits, but they've got a 5-star, 7 4-stars, and 7 3-stars. Florida State, a team to watch in the transfer portal as well. South Carolina with 19 commits as of now. Obviously, they're waiting to see what quarterback Spencer Rattler does to see if he'll come back or not. But 19 commits for Shane Beamer, 11 of which are 4-stars. How about my alma mater? Got a little pat on the back here. TCU, 23 commits, and they've been pretty active in the transfer portal as well. 4 transfer portal additions of former 4-stars and even a 5-star of Brockermeyer coming from Alabama. But 23 commits in this class as well. 10 4-stars, 13 3-stars. Sonny Dykes taking home all the Coach of the Year's awards. He's also doing it on the recruiting trail as well. Now, cancel any unnecessary subscriptions and save money every single month with Rocket Money, as most Americans think, I spend $75, $80 per month on subscriptions. The reality is most of us spend over $200 and you don't even realize it. Download Rocket Money today, as they are going to help you manage your finances better. Go to rocketmoney.com/NFL Daily. You can view all of your subscriptions on one screen and see exactly how much you're paying per subscription. And I think you'll find that you're surprised at how much you're spending per month on Netflix, Spotify, Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, and, several other subscriptions as well, and lower that cost and save yourself some money. Go to rocketmoney.com/NFL Daily. View all of your subscriptions on one screen. And if you want to cancel a subscription, all you got to do is click the cancel button next to a specific one, and Rocket Money will take care of the rest. You don't have to get involved involved with customer service, which I hate. I think the thing I hate most in life is dealing with customer service. I don't want to get stuck on hold. Click the cancel button, boom, Rocket Money gets that specific thing canceled for you. And just your overall finances, I have a kid on the way, so I got to start budgeting. I mean, this is real life stuff here. And Rocket Money is going to help you save money and manage your finances. Get started today. Download the app, rocketmoney.com/NFL Daily. Top 15 we go. Jimbo Fisher and the Texas A&M Aggies have just 15 commits, but they do have 2 5-stars, 8 4-stars. Big year coming up for Jimbo. They've lost a lot of players in the transfer portal, but maybe it's a addition by subtraction situation. They had the number 1 ranked class by a pretty wide margin last year, and things didn't work out so well. So maybe that ends up being a good thing. At number 14, it is the Oregon Ducks, who've slipped a few spots. That's what happens when a 5-star quarterback flips to UCLA, Dante Moore. But still a top 15 class for Dan Lanning in year 1. 23 commits for the Ducks, 1 5-star and 13 4-stars currently. Number 13, it is Lincoln Riley and the USC Trojans, as they have 20 commits, 3 5-stars, 7 4-stars, 10 3-stars. Obviously, USC was on the precipice of a college football playoff appearance in Lincoln Riley's first year, lost in the Pac-12 title game, which bumped them out. But they got Caleb Williams coming back, pretty good recruiting class. They've been active in the transfer portal. I expect USC to contend next year. Now, will USC make the college football playoff next season? Let me know what you guys think. Type Y for yes, type in for no. Will USC be in the CFP next year? Y for yes or in for no. At number 12, it is the Penn State Nittany Lions, who have 23 commits right now. James Franklin has 1 5-star, 15 4-stars, and 7 3-stars in this 2023 class. At number 11, the Florida Gators, Billy Napier doing a solid job in recruiting here with 21 commits. No 5-stars, but 18 3-stars. That's a lot of volume of high-quality talent coming in. For Florida, the big thing is they got to add a quarterback in the transfer portal. Anthony Richardson going pro. Also, the Jalen Kitna situation with the child pornography charges. I don't think that's going to end up well for him. What's up? They're hot on Grayson McCall, producer Coop, who's a Florida fan. He's been keeping up with that situation. So that'd be a good get. They need a guy who can, start for a year or two before, they groom a young guy. So we'll see if that happens, but also we'll see if Florida can end up with the top 10 class here. Dabo Swinney and the Clemson Tigers currently have the 10th ranked class, 25 commits, 1 5-star, and 18 4-stars, as they will turn to Kay Klubnik moving forward at quarterback. Clemson could get back into that national title discussion as soon as next year. The Tennessee Volunteers, the number 9 ranked recruiting class, 24 commits for Josh Heupel, one of them being a 5-star, 12 4-stars, and 11 3-stars. And, I think people want to know, is Tennessee here to stay? Was this year kind of a fluke, just kind of ran into luck with Hendon Hooker? We'll see. Good season this year. We'll see if that carries over. At number 8, the Oklahoma Sooners, they need a bounce-back year in a major way, and a top 10 recruiting class certainly helps. Brent Venables, I think, left OU fans disappointed in year 1 going 6-6, but he's got 23 commits, 2 5-stars, 13 4-stars in this class so far. They've gotten a couple of transfer portal additions as well, including bringing back Austin Stogner at the tight end position. Surely better than 6-6 is in store next season. Ohio State, they've dipped a couple spots. They've had a couple D commits here. They also lost Dylan Raiola, 2024 number 1 overall quarterback as well. But still 20 commits, number 7 class, 1 5-star, 18 4-stars for Ryan Day. We'll see if they can add any more talent here on signing day. Who you got in the other CFP semifinal? We talked about the Fiesta Bowl earlier. Now let's talk about the Peach Bowl. The Ohio State Buckeyes not backing into the playoff, but sneaking in there after USC lost in the Pac-12 title game. They get redemption after their loss to Michigan. Georgia, who is the defending national champs, is the 1 seed here. Type G for Georgia, O for Ohio State. I'm leaning Georgia, but I think Ohio State has a chance in this game. I don't view this as some David versus Goliath. It's not like Cincinnati getting in as a group of 5 last year. So let us know, O for Ohio State or G for Georgia. All right, 6, Notre Dame, 26 commits. They were as high as the number 3 ranked class last week. But they've had the same 26 commits for a little while. 1 5-star, 21 4-stars for Marcus Freeman as he looks to kind of shape the program in the way he sees it. Top 5 recruiting classes we go. The LSU Tigers it didn't end the way LSU wanted it to, considering with 2 losses they were in the mix to make the CFP. Obviously that bad loss to Texas A&M and then blown out in the SEC championship game. But you got to appreciate what Brian Kelly's done in year one, kind of taking over a mess from Ed Orgeron, wins 9 games, wins the SEC West, and has a top 5 recruiting class, so that's pretty darn impressive. At number 4, the Texas Longhorns, of course, highlighted by Arch Manning, the 5-star quarterback. Is he still the number 1 overall player, too? Yes, he is. 21 commits in total, 4 5-stars. Again, one of those is Arch. 9 4-stars, 8 3-stars. Obviously, Texas coming off a solid year here with 8 wins. We'll see if they win their bowl game. But it'll be interesting next year for Steve Sarkisian in year 3. Quinn Ewers, is he going to take that next step? Could Arch take things over? It'll be fun to watch over the next 4 to 6 months leading into next season. Now, what do you think the better program is at this exact moment in time? Because this time last year, it was pretty clearly A&M, right? I mean, the 2020 COVID year, they had won 12 games. Last year, I think they won 8 or 9 games, but they had beaten Alabama and just got, like I said earlier, the number 1 ranked recruiting class. Well, that's kind of flipped on a dime, right? A lot of transfers, 5-7 season. Texas coming off one of their better years in recent history. They got Arch Manning coming onto campus. You could make a strong argument Texas is in a better place right now as they gear up for the SEC here in a couple of years. So let me know, UT for Texas or A&M for Texas A&M. Top 3 recruiting classes we go. I mean, look, you got to give it to Mario Cristobal. The guy can recruit, and we know the NIL money down in Miami is legit. I just don't know if the guy can coach. I mean, we saw it at Oregon, right? Like, he had a ton of talent, but they would just get beat up by physical football teams. So I'm curious to see if this works. I'm rooting for Cristobal going back to his roots at Miami. Year 1 was a mess, but he's getting talent. He's in the mix for Travis Hunter, who could also go to Georgia. 25 commits so far for Miami, 3 of them being 5-stars. So we'll see what happens there. Speaking of Georgia, where Travis Hunter could transfer to, the Jackson State player, former number 1 overall player, who's in the portal. Georgia, number 2 ranked class, 23 commits right now, 1 5-star, 19 4-stars for the Bulldogs, and they're in the mix for a couple of other top players in the portal as well. So we'll see what they do on signing day. And then Alabama's kind of extended their lead here, guys. According to the 24/7 Sports Composite rankings, which is, again, what we're using here, there's a point system they use, 318.58 points. Georgia's at 301.5 points. So that's like a couple big-time recruit difference there. Like, if you understand how their point system works, like, they got a pretty sizable league. It's looking like Nick Saban's cleaning up here and is going to get the number 1 ranked class. Things can change. Kids flip. We know that. But as of now, they are sitting with the top class. 4 5-stars, 24 stars, and 1 3-star for Nick Saban this year. All right. There you go. Busy day ahead here on National Signing Day. Subscribe. Turn on your notifications here at Chat Sports, youtube.com/@ChatSports. We will have you covered all day long. We'll take a look at some specific team classes like Alabama, Ohio State, a few others as well. And we'll update you guys from an overarching scale as well. And toward the end of the day, we'll do an updated top 20 classes too, top 25 classes too. So don't go anywhere. Be subscribed to the channel. We'll have you covered here all day long.